All right, thanks for staying with us. And so let's get right to it. Joining us is our first guest, Olakunle Joshua, a special educationist with enviable qualifications in social work, social entrepreneurship, and public speaking from Qatari Institute, India. Our guest founded the Dreamland Foundation and Swing High, both focused on assisting young, blind, and deaf children and youth in Lagos. He's a skilled brailleist, a sign language trainer. Our guest has volunteered to train in various special schools. Welcome with us to the family now, Olakunle Joshua. You're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good to have you with us. Yeah, good to have you. I thought you would say your good morning in sign.
Good morning.
Yeah, well, okay. You know, we were speaking off camera earlier on that I had so much, on radio and on a few other television stations last week. 4th, you said, 4th of January, special day dedicated to
World Braille Day.
So maybe we can just start from there.
Okay.
Where are we in this environment in terms of, getting our visually impaired, both hearing and sight, to be at par with the other children in terms of the Braille and all of that?
Okay, first of all, let me commend the Lagos State government. At least Lagos State government is one of the states. Lagos State is one of the states in Nigeria that really are practicing inclusiveness. But you agree with me that it's not still enough. A lot still needs to be done. For example, Lagos State, in 2003, Lagos State started inclusive schools.
Okay.
And started with about maybe 3 schools. And
by inclusive, you mean?
This is the school that both sighted, hearing, and children with disabilities can attend. So together. That's what I mean by inclusive schools. We call them inclusive units. Okay. So these are the schools that have been prepared to accept the people with disabilities. But like you said, where are we? I said Lagos State government have done enough, but have done a lot, but it's not still enough. We have many people with disabilities outside there that are still not having access to school because maybe because of distance and like lack of awareness.
Okay.
Yeah. And so on. I will talk more on
this. Because I was coming to that actually. So what are the specific challenges? Let's even try and appreciate what we have, on our plate. So what are the specific challenges, that the physically challenged individuals in Nigeria will face ordinarily?
Yeah, when I was
in Nigeria,
when I was communicating with you yesterday, I said, what part do you want me to talk about? Because we have a lot of challenges at hand.
And I'm glad you say we.
Yeah.
And here you are, sighted and...
yes, because they are part of the society. We are together in this. Because I believe people with disabilities should be independent. Should not, people should not see them as this is their liability.
Okay.
Because they are, and Joshua, they also have names. It's just a disability. Maybe loss of sight or loss of hearing. So that shouldn't come first. Okay. Their names, their personalities come first. And that does not stop them from, go to places, be successful. That is why I said we. Yeah. Because what affects them affects us. Okay. So when it comes to, we have, education? We have challenges in education. Yeah. We have challenges about a job. And for example, the blind people, the blind children start school very late. They start school very late.
Why?
They start school most of them start school at the age of 9, 7.
Wow.
Because most of the schools do not accept them.
Oh.
Because they thought it's so difficult to do so. You see a blind child at the age of 7, he cannot even dress himself up, he cannot use toilets properly. And these are the fear of these schools. And with this, if a child starts school late, the repercussion of this consequence of this is that they will graduate late. And they might graduate. I have many with me in the center that's above 22, 24, and they're still in junior secondary school.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Wow.
So in fact, some of them schools, some secondary school, we say we don't want to collect because we don't want to admit them because they are above the age. They can't be in the class with this.
With the younger
children.
ones.
We just please accept them.
Yeah.
Wow.
So these are a lot of challenges. Is it our road? Can a blind person move freely very well? Even you that you are sighted, can you move freely on our roads? Our roads are rough. The gutters are there.
There's
Some of the gutters
access
are not closed. They are opened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and so on and so forth.
I think, and the intention is to get them, like you said, to live life like just any other human being,
Yes.
unassisted.
Yes.
At best,
Yes.
but that's where we are not getting it. So how has society, when you said it earlier on, and it struck me really, that when you see a blind man, the first thing you see is that this guy is blind, cannot see, and probably is incapacitated, is unable to function properly and to get to the best, of their dreams and all of that. And that's the perception.
Yeah.
That's our perception. So how has society, this perception, how has it evolved over the year? Are we better off now, because of inclusiveness, because of awareness and all of it? Is this perception better?
Yeah, when we talk about perception also is also very broad to talk about. I remember when I was looking for a place to start my organization, and many landlords rejected us. Why? Because we don't have money to establish big. We just want to start small and accommodate these children so that they can go to school.
Yeah.
And they were like, my grandma said, please, don't accept them because they are contagious. People still believe out there that visually impaired blindness is contagious, deafness is contagious.
No way.
And it's not only in Nigeria anyway. When I was in India, I remember one of the participants is mobility impaired. He's on the wheelchair, and he said one day he was at a mall, and when he wanted to buy something, somebody just walked up to her and said, "Please take," and give her 20 rupees, thinking that because she's on a wheelchair,
okay,
she's a beggar.
She must be poor, huh?
So on the road, when the visually impaired people are going on the road, even when they approach people to assist them, you will hear, no, I don't have anything for you today.
And it may not just be money.
And it's not money, it's just assistance to cross the road. What about the deaf children? Deaf children will be going on the road. People will be, instead of, talk to them, interact with them, the next thing you say is to give them money. Give them 10 naira, 50 naira. So perception is is still very. What about our schools? How many private schools do we have in Lagos State? How many private schools accept these children? How many private schools?
Okay, we're talking about schools now. Let's even look a little deeper into that. Or how do you think we can enhance educational opportunities for the physically challenged? Ensuring equal access to quality education. What do you think we should do?
If you are to start, I think we can start from training our teachers, both in the institution and a kind of crash courses. For example, in the curriculum in the colleges of education, special education should be made compulsory for all the teachers. It's not necessarily, we don't need to go deeper. We don't necessarily need to go deeper. We can, for example, Braille has A to Z.
Okay.
You can learn how to, our children, and now they can type, they can use typewriter, they can use computer, they can use handsets.
Okay.
So teachers can learn how to operate all this and include them in any schools.
Yeah.
We don't even need to have this inclusive unit, this inclusive special teachers or no special teachers.
Yeah.
For example, sign language. We can learn elementary part of sign language, ABC. From there you will develop. The more you communicate with the deaf, the more you develop and you grow in signing and interacting with them. So that is one. What about what about the teachers that are already on service, that are in schools? We can create a kind of a crash courses for them, like learning how to sign, how to read Braille, how to, by the time in a session we have 3 terms. By the time this training, is coming every term, even if it is a week, then we start to be including these children in our schools.
Wow.
All right. I know in Lagos, because when he was introducing you, he says you function in Lagos.
Yes.
And something inside of me said, why? They are visually impaired and partially sighted children and young adults all over Nigeria. Do we have people doing what you're doing that you interact with, so to speak, replicated in other parts of this country? And, he talked about education now. When you answer that question, I will look at the next area, because I'm talking about employment, gainful employment, to enable them also thrive. So do we have people doing the kind of things that you do as a private person trying to help this special group of persons across Nigeria?
Yes, of course. We have many organizations that are assisting, that are, establishing this kind of organization to assist people with disabilities. Not only in Lagos State, we have them across the state, the country. But the challenge is that it's not still enough. It's not still enough. So things need to be, for example, there is a project that we are trying to, that is coming up. The project is to establish a kindergarten, like early childhood school for the young blind children.
Awesome.
This will enable them, because there are many consequences when these children don't start school early. When the blind don't start school early, there are many consequences. It affects their mobility. It affects their self-confidence.
Confidence, yes.
Then it's children can do well if they are trained well in their first years. I mean, the critical period to train a child is from the age 1 to 5. It's very important. If you lose some things from age 1 to 5, a child might not get it again. So it's very good that we work on their psychology, their emotion, the way they interact with others. This is going to be, it's not going to be like a school like they are coming to learn, but a place where they will build their self-confidence.
Yeah.
So where they will learn how to walk on their own. We have kiddie cane. I've not seen it in Nigeria.
What's that?
Kiddie cane. We have a guide cane that is not as long as adulthood, because many of our young blind children are kept at home. Yes. Don't go there, you enjoy yourself. No, don't do that. No schools. I met a boy when I was doing a community service. This boy, as I was doing community service in that area, a man had been seeing me coming around and just came to me and said, please come, I have a boy, my neighbor, and he has always been kept alone in the room. Please come and have a look. I got there and I saw the boy just seated at the corner of the house. The mother has already put food. When I interacted with the mother, that was long ago, it was around 2009. When I interacted with the mother said, yeah, there's nothing I could do. I need to fend for the family. I tried to put this boy in school, but they said he was too young. So he had to be kept all alone in the house. The mother would prepare everything, thinking that yes. I met another one recently. The mother died. It was only the father. The father had to go to Alaba to fend for the family. And this boy, at the age of 5, was able to switch on and operate a pumping machine. Because the father would say, if water is running out, please just, you understand? Because there are no schools that accept them.
Wow. Okay, you talked about training and all of that. Let's even look at the infrastructure that we have, because this will help them have access to transportation and all of that. Now, what are the main infrastructure challenges, faced by this group of people, especially for the visually impaired? Could you just outline some of them for us?
We have, let me start with visually impaired people. We have educational materials. The challenges is on the educational materials are very, very expensive.
Braille.
We have Marburg and stylus. Imagine, I forgot I would have brought it on the show. Marburg and stylus is like a slate. Okay. It's what size can I say now? It's like this size, and a slate of plastic, and it goes for about 12,000. With just a needle to punch it. That's Marburg and stylus.
Okay.
What about Perkins Braille? There are children that they can still work with slate and stylus. They can work with that machine. Okay. But the machine, it goes about 400,000. Wow. It's not even as big as typewriter. It's just a small machine. What about their advanced technology devices? The one that a friend of mine bought recently, bought it at 900,000 naira. How many people can afford this? Wow. Even ordinary cane that the blind use to walk around, it's about 15,000 naira.
Okay, so we'll quickly just look at the area of employment, with the little assistance and the job that people like you are doing and the Lagos State government, getting them ready for the society. When they get older and they're equipped to some extent, do they get employment easily?
Easily. The word easily, we should remove it.
Okay.
So
on a scale of 10, like what percentage?
Let's say 3.
Wow.
That is how easy to get the job. But Lagos State government is still trying. When you go to Lagos State secretariats, you will see them employed. Barristers are employed. I have many of my friends as lawyers in Lagos State secretariat. We have them as teachers. So, but when it comes to private institution, you find how many? Let me ask you, how many organizations have you been to and find a blind person
that should be the answer.
Working or a deaf person working there?
That's an answer to my question.
That is it. When you look around you, we don't even need to go with statistics or record or anything. Look around you.
I was looking at when I asked the last question, I was hoping to hear a comment on access to transportation and all of that.
Even work environment, those facilities.
Public buildings and all. Yeah. Access to those places. Is there anybody pushing for those?
When we talk about physically mobility impaired people,
yes,
that is zero.
Zero.
Yeah. How many? Let me ask a question again. How many organizations around you have a ramp? Have a lift to take or to occupy or to accommodate a mobility impaired person? I think
even at traffic lights,
Even traffic. When you get to ATM machine, how many ATM machine has Braille written there?
Wow.
How many ATM machines are at the level where mobility impaired people can operate it?
So we're far away from inclusiveness.
We're far away.
We're very far.
How many bus stops can a blind person, a mobility impaired goes and access it, and a bus will stop? Even when you are crossing, how many people recognize white cane? How many places are there on the road for a blind person to cross safely?
Yeah.
What about mobility impaired people on the road? How many places are accessible?
All right. So are we talking about policies? Are we talking about? I have no idea. Because I'm always thinking about how the blind gets to touch something, and they are able to read ABC to Z and put the words together. But that must be a conversation for another day, because our time is totally spent. I'm curious, and I would have loved to, go into that, but I think our time is up.
Yes, I just want to add that a few days ago, I had a little lesson with him.
I see. From
A to.
You want to?
I forgot.
So So a final word from you, because everything starts from the family, really. I was thrilled when you talk about this 5 years that the father got him ready to be able to do one or two things in the house. What would you say to the mother, to the father, the uncle, the family system? How can they also begin to equip, you know, the impaired?
Yeah, like you said, it actually starts from the family.
Yeah.
The family that have these children or the people with disabilities should not see their disability first. Should not see their impairments. Should not say that they are blind or they are deaf. Think about what others are doing
in them,
and what they can do better. There are children, we have a lot to talk about. We didn't even talk about learning disabled children. Learning disabled children are called olodo. You know, in Yoruba, they are called olodo. You go there, you are lazy, you are this, you are that. But, you know, with time, they will get there. So we have a lot to do. With family should accept them first. Then family should come out and talk to the stakeholders that will help them, that will refer them. Then on the aspect of awareness, more awareness still needs to be created. I still met a parent yesterday as a child of 15, and the child has not been in school.
Whoa.
In this Lagos, that there's awareness, it means our awareness is not going, it's not still very, it's not still enough.
Yeah.
So we need to do, on the part of the government, all the stakeholders, we need to do more awareness. Then the parents too, don't be scared of discrimination. Look at the blind, look at Cobams. Cobams is blind. We have a lot of people.
Look at Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. We have a lot of, like one of the founder of the institution that I went in India. She's a blind person, so she can ride a horse. Wow. She can do hiking and all those things, and she's blind. So these children can perform wonders. So let's give them an opportunity. That's my advice to the parents at home.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thanks for your time and the good job that you do to help the special need children and young adults, you know, to perform at their peak, if I can use that word. Yeah. Well done.
Thank you.
Quite informative and encouraging, I must say. And luckily, Joshua, I personally want to thank you. You know, I met him just last week, and he agreed to come on the show. So thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
And I hope that we'll have you again.
Yes, we should.
Of course, I'll be glad to be here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
Another break beckons when we return. Culture Conversation with Chizoba will take the air. Please stay with us.